We use words, they use bullets.
This is the man who shot Charlie Kirk. This is the man who shot Trump. This is the man who killed Melissa Hortman. This is the man who tried to kill John Hoffman. This is the man who tried to kill Paul Pelosi. This is the man who killed an Obama-appointed judge's son. This is the man who hired hitmen to kill Democrats. This is the man who ran over a left-wing activist and killed her. This is the man responsible for the Austin bombing. This is the man who sent pipe bombs to Obama, Biden, and Hillary Clinton. This is the man who shot Gabby Gifford. This is the man who tried to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer. Oh, and this man. And this man. And this man. This man. This man. This man. This man. This man. And this man. This is the man who set Josh Shapiro's house on fire. This is the Oklahoma bomber. This is his accomplice. These are just a few of the men who beat police officers on January 6th. I can think of a few things they have in common, and it's not the way they use their words or their left-wing politics.
Why do you think black people are 13% of the population, commit 50% of the crime, but only contribute 5% to the GDP?
Because of the way black culture, simply, what's being influenced, to like some of these young kids at such a young age, for some reason, gangbanging's, appreciated in this, in the culture for some reason. I think that people think it's cool to, talk about, oh yeah, like I f***ed your bitch, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna kill you over some like someone's blog or or whatever, like someone's, their blog or some shit. Like they think that's like looked up upon for some reason. For some reason, education's like really stupid. Going to school and, being a great citizen is like, not influenced among the culture for some reason. So I think that's the reason why.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and this blonde Dennis the Menace looking motherfucker, I literally have to find out where he's located. Last time I seen a video, he was somewhere down in Florida. I think I might need to take a trip to Florida, Miami, Tallahassee, Orlando, some shit like that. I think I just might gotta do that, right? So I can give him the Mach 5. Now, typically, I let people say what the fuck they want because everybody has the free speech right to say what they want to say. However, he's a young kid. He's like Charlie Kirk, Nick Fuentes. They're misguided. They have a message and they actually probably have good intentions. However, they have skewed fucking facts, right? Men lie, women lie, stats don't. Now, he's not entirely wrong. However, this has been debunked a plethora of times. Aside from the fact that it's been debunked, there's exoneration rate that's 53% amongst black people, meaning most niggas go to jail for shit they did not do, right? Including violent crimes. But let's just go with the theory that he's right. And I checked the FBI index, right? On total arrests, percentage distribution, right? It's two categories, right? Offense charge. Total 6,816,975. That is the in totality of crimes. That includes murder, rape, robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, larceny, motor vehicle theft, arson, violent crime, and it goes on. I could only screenshot so much, but it totals up to that, about 7 million, right? Amongst the total, it's 4,007,200 and 4,729,290, right? That's white people. Now that's the murders, and like I said, there's other sections down below, but I just screenshotted the violent crimes because that's what everybody likes to mention, right? Amongst white people, murders, non-negligent manslaughter is 3,650. Amongst black people, it's 4,078. It looks like white people's beating this out, but they always like to use that per capita shit. And then you have grape, right? They're at 12,000. We just gonna round up. They're at 12,000. We got 4,000, right? And it's a 4 after the 4, so we gonna round down. So it's 4,000 for us, right? Robbery, 25 G's. Us, 29,000. So we about neck and neck for that. Aggravated assault, they're at 169,467. We're at 91,000. It's a violent crime. They have almost double what we have. burglary, cat burglary shit, that's not violent, but they're at 81,000. We're at 34,000. Niggas don't steal your shit while you at work. We do, but not as much as they do. They some hoes with it. Larceny theft, they're at 393. We're at 178,000. Now I'm assuming most niggas don't know what larceny is, so then there's that. Then we got motor vehicle theft. They're at 40,000 damn near. We're at 16,000. So this whole carjacking shit, niggas don't even steal cars as much as they do, right? Arson, which is a violent crime because somebody could be in the fucking house. They burning your house down 4,000 times. We burn it down 1,000. We'll just say 1,500. Because that's not really our shit, right? Unless you honeycomb brazy and they burn your grandparents in the house, right? Violent crime overall, they're at 209,848. We're at 129,346. Once again, they have us by double and some change. Now I added the two percentages up. We said white people percentage was 69% of total violent crimes, or total crimes, right, including violent ones. Now for the violent ones, murder and non-negligent manslaughter, they're at 45.8. We're at 51.2. That's just murder. I guess we kill more people, right? But with violent crimes as a totality, they're at 69,000, or my bad, they're at 69.40. We're only at 26.6. So if you had every nigga in America commit a violent crime, it still wouldn't add up to white people. Not only that, when white people use a stupid fucking argument, 13%. 13% like signifies that it's every fucking black person, including the babies, the toddlers, the prepubescent, the puberty age kids, the middle-aged people, elderly people. That's fucking stupid. It's not 13%. It's maybe 1% of the gross 13.5% of people committing crimes that's violent, mostly amongst us, not them. So when white people use this argument, one has to ask, like, you don't give a fuck about if we killing each other? We robbing each other? Aggravated assaulting each other? Don't give a fuck. It's not happening to you. Because while you do have that 51.2%, you can't quantify that as 100% and then slice up the pie graph as it pertains to the black community. Everybody knows America is segregated still. Niggas ain't living around white people like that, and vice versa. Even with gentrification. Now I added up 45.8% and 51.2%, and I got 97%, right? So that means the other 3%, that's the Mexicans, Native Hawaiian and or Pacific Islander Asians, right? They ain't out here killing people. Like, they is killing people, but not that much, right? They is stealing cars, but not that much. Like, they're doing crimes, but it's like 5% Asian people in America. It's like 19% Mexicans, which is actually, if this is correct, and this is the FBI index for crimes and statistics, if this is correct and it's 19% Mexicans in America or Latino Hispanic, and they only doing less than 1.34%, that's impressive. That means it's more agricultural workers and farmers and carburetor changers and construction workers than it is cartel or gang members. I'm just put that out there, which I knew that anyways, but never let nothing like logic get in the way of a good scam. They like to use this whole Mexican gang member cartel shit from the TV, and that's all propaganda. Most of them niggas that's in Mexico don't live here, and most of the niggas in LA that's gang members, they're not throughout America, right? It's in a fucking city called Los Angeles. So that's actually impressive. But let me go back to the 45.8%, right, of murders, and the 51.2% of murders for black people. Now, white people, you're not too far behind. They like to say 51%. But 45.8% is almost 46%, which is almost half. That means you ain't far behind. I don't know if it's the white gang members, the bikers, the lunatics that kill their wife, the motherfuckers that do mass shootings, but you're not that far behind, bro. This whole Oh, well, the blacks commit 51%. What the fuck is the difference between 51% and 45%? 5%, my nigga. That's not that much. I could see if it was like, if y'all had 10% murders and we had 45, I'd be like, all right, we fucking up out here. Right? Because the white people getting money, they non-violent, they peaceful and shit. It ain't like that, bro. We're not double what y'all got. We neck and neck, my nigga. It'd be one thing if you had 25%. I could see that. I'd be like, yo, we fucking up. They're at 25% overall violent homicides and we at 51%. It's not like that, my nigga. We're not double what you got. We're 5% more than what you got. So even, and I even think that's like, that might be the part of those exoneration rates, but I digress. And it might be some diasporic black people, right? Let's not get it fucked up like Caribbeans and people from Africa or any other black nation around the world identify as black, right? Racially they might be, but like African American or Black American, most of that probably ain't even us. But I'll take that on the chin. I'll say the 100% of that 45.8%, that's all black people, Black Americans. I will own that. It's still, y'all not too far much behind us. And considering it's like we're only 13% and y'all 60%, that's not saying like, bro, we're 5% less, or you're 5% less. That's not saying shit. And you can use the argument that it's 5 times more of y'all and y'all 5% less, but that's not saying shit, bro. That just means we're at a high frequency rate. I don't know. What I will say is you're not that far behind. You damn near 50%. So what the fuck we talking about? In any event, and I know there's gonna be some jackasses that's gonna also say, "Oh, well, he's proving his point that if he ran into him, because sometimes people need some straightening." And as it pertains to his comment about the GDP, while white people collectively have more wealth than everybody in the country, their GDP is not that high. Actually, Latino Americans actually are a major driving force of the United States gross domestic GDP growth, contributing significantly to national economy expansion and representing the world's 5th largest GDP if considered a separate nation. Their growing workforce, high labor force participation, and increasing purchasing power makes them a key economic force even while facing disparities. So even while ice on their ass, they still get more money and spending and contributing to the economy than you are. Y'all motherfuckers hoard all the bread and ain't contributing to shit but the employment, and that ain't saying much. And then on top of all that, if black people aren't only contributing 5%, and it's still racist motherfuckers like you to have these views that's firing people, not hiring them, throwing their resume away because a name comes across the desk as Oshiqua or, you know what I'm saying, Jamarquavius. I can see how they're not contributing more than 5%. You motherfuckers like firing us for bullshit, not hiring us for bullshit. Hell, they gotta pass a law that says it's okay for black people to wear their fucking hair naturally as it is in the workforce. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.